If you're good at something, never do it for free.
How much you want?
Half. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Python tutorial series. I am Utsav. I'm a graduate student here at the University of Georgia. So if you are new here, make sure to check the previous videos where we cover the basics about installing the Python in your computer, about basics about the variables, data types, and the basic operations in Python. Today we are going to explore more on the fundamental concept of programming, not just on the Python, on overall programming. We are going to learn about the if-else statement. So by the end of this video, you will understand how to control the flow of the programs and make them respond differently based on the different conditions that you give. So let's get started. So let's open Jupyter Notebook. New Python. So let's rename it as if else in Python. So if else statements are conditional statements, right? Which means if a condition happens, then do this, else if that condition does not happen, do that. So just like how we make decisions in our real life based on certain condition, let's say if a condition, else is also a condition where the first condition is not met, then make a decision based on that, perform a task based on that. Let's say if it is raining, so this is the condition, then the decision or the task is take an umbrella with you, right? So based on the condition we make decisions or we take actions. So sorry. Else means if it is not raining, you don't have to take that umbrella with you. Let's go to the notebook and see how the if and else statement works. So the general syntax for if else statement is, let's say if condition, you go colon and you indent. The standard indentation is 4 spaces. You can give 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces or just 2 tabs. You can use 2 tabs, but you have to be consistent in terms of the indentation. So the standard is 4 spaces. and here will be the task or action or decision if the condition is true. So let's take an example. So let's say age is equals to 18, and then we set a condition if age is greater than or is equals to 18. So this is the symbol for greater than or is equal to. So if the age is greater than or equal to 18, then the action or the decision is print you can vote, right? So this is the condition. If the condition is true, then this is the action, or this is the decision, or this is the task you assign based on this condition. So if we run this code, the age is 18, so you can vote, right? If the age is 20, you can still vote. Going to the syntax for the else statement, let's see. This is, let's copy this. This is the if statement, right? So if we go to the else statement, so it is already indented, right? So we are starting a new statement, so we have to go back to the first. Else means if the first condition is not true, if the age is not equal to or greater than 18, and we give colon and we indent 4 spaces, then print you cannot vote, right? So if we run this, since the age is 20, so it will give us the first output. Since the age is 20, is it greater than or equal to 18? Yes, it is. So it will print the first statement or complete the first task. So let's copy this. If the age is 16, what should it print? Pause and guess. So let's run this. You cannot vote. So the age is 16, it goes to this line. The age is greater than or is equals to 18, it is false, so it goes to this line. It will print this one. Let's now, if we have multiple conditions, let's say score, right? Score is equals to 80. That's right. If score is greater than or is equals to 90, the colon, indent, print grade A, right? Then else print not grade A. So if we run it, the score is 80, right? So is it greater than or is equals to 90? No, it is not. So it will print not a grade A. But if we have to have this score divided into A, B, C, D, for that we have another statement, that is Elif statement. Let's copy this, paste it, right? So Elif score is greater than or is equals to 80, print grade B, right? You can copy this and paste it. Let's say score is less than or is equals to 70. C. Paste it. So you paste it. It's less than 60. Let's say D. If it is less than 60, if it is less than 60, let's say not graded. Okay, so since we have 80, if we run it, it will be grade B. So if the score is, let's say 56, make a guess what will be the grade. It will be not graded. Let's say if it is 61, it will be grade D, because it is greater than 60 but it is not greater than 70. If it was 71, it will be grade C. It is greater than or is equals to 70. If it was 81, then obviously it will be grade B. So let's go through it. So you can add as many as Elif statement as possible or as required, but let's say if this condition is true, it will execute this code. If this is Elif, but it is the condition, so if this condition is true, this condition, then it will execute this code. If this line of code or this condition is true, then it will execute this one. If this line, if the score is more than or is equals to 60, this line is true, if this condition comes true, then it will execute this code. If none of them are true, then it will execute not graded. Now another thing is you can have multiple tasks within the same condition. Let's say is, right, is equals to, let's say 22. Let's put an if statement. If is greater than or is equals to 18, so then print you can vote, right? So if this condition is true, this line will be executed, right? But we can add multiple lines. Let's say print you are an adult. So since the age is 22, is it greater than or is equals to 18? Yes. So this line will be true and it will print both of these conditions, both of these actions based on those conditions. So we can add multiple lines. We can add one more line. Let's say print, oh, you are 18 or above. I'm out of things. So if we run it, yeah, you can add as many execution as possible or required. So one thing to mention is the importance of indentation. So if we print it, let's say these all three lines are on the equal indentation from the if. So this and these are 4 spaces apart, right? So let's say else print you cannot vote. So if the age is 16, it should print you cannot vote, right? But if we miss the indentation, it will give an error because it is expecting an indentation. Let's say, yeah. Now if we run, yeah. So if the age is 24, make a guess about the output. Yep. So it will print out all these 3 lines because this one is true. So make sure you have the same indentation in the if, the condition, and the things you want to execute. If you write a code like this, it will throw you an error. So you can just tap 4 spaces. You can have 2 spaces, but make sure you are consistent in all of your code. So it's pretty basic to have the standard one if you are starting to code. Another thing is we can have nested conditions. Like you can have if statement within the if statement. Let's see. We can use a name or a number. Number will be easier. Let's say number is equals to 10 or 15, right? So we write a statement if number is greater than 0. Let's say print if a number is greater than 0, then it is a positive number, right? And on the same condition we can write if number divided by 2 is equals to 0. This means if the number is divided by 2 and the sorry, my camera turned off. So else print the number is odd. So we have a condition. Within that same condition we have 2 more conditions, so we can nest the conditions within the conditions. So look at the indentation. So for this if statement we have the indentation. This one is the indentation. So these all statements, they are within the indentation, so it means it falls within this condition. If we, and this if statement, the indentation condition is here, and for this else statement the indented condition is, the output condition is this one. But for the whole entire this syntax, the indented condition execution is, this whole statement is the conditional execution based on this statement. So this is the condition, this is the code to be executed, but within that executed code, this is the condition, this is the code to be executed, this is the condition, this is the code to be executed. So since the number is 15, what do you think? Make a guess before I run it. Yeah, the number is positive, but it is odd, right? Let's see, if it is 16, it will be, it is a positive number and the number is even, right? Yep. If it was 0, we write the number is, sorry, negative. It's negative or 0, right? If the number is -1, it will be the same. We can add more condition like this within this else statement too. We can write if the number is equals to 0, print the number is 0. If the number is less than 0, print the number is negative. If the number is less than 0 and divisible by 2, or the remainder is 0 when divided by 2. Now that we have covered the basics of the conditional statement using if, elif and else, it's time to take a step further. So in the next video we will delve into the conditions using logical operators. In Python, the logical operators are and, or, and not. So these are the basic very useful logical operators. So these operators will allow us to combine multiple conditions and create more complex decision making process. So we can create complex if else statement by combining those statements with the logical operators. We can use and, or, and not. So if you have any questions or any issue while running the code, feel free to leave a comment so I can address the issue. And also I'm going to leave a link so that you can download this notebook that we practiced right now and you can play with it. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.